Just close, walk with thee. Christ Jesus is my plea. Hey, walk close to thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Burnt Church. I hope everybody's having a good day. That little swimming pool was one of the best investments we've ever made around here. I have really enjoyed it. I had a pinched nerve or something in my shoulder, and I quit work early. I came home, and I think that's what happened. I got in there and just relaxed and floated around, and it was gone. I have had those kind of little pinched nerves last for days upon days. Now, it may have just been an accident, but I kind of think that's what helped it. We're going to be making some homemade soup today and trying to can it. I thought I'd bring y'all along with us. I ain't never seen like the tomatoes that we picked here. Now, they're not real big. We were just hoping to have enough to put in some soup. Well, I think we got plenty to put in the soup. We're going to try to make probably around 5 gallon, something like that. I don't know. We'll see what it turns into as we go on through the day. But we're going to put tomatoes, potatoes, corn, green beans, and peas. I think that's everything I can think of right now. We've got pepper and onion, but I don't think we're going to put that in there. I'm kind of concerned about how it might seal up in the jars, the texture of it and stuff. I don't know. It might be all right. Some of y'all might can say that it would be fine, but as of right now, those are the 5 ingredients that we're going to put in it. And every one of them came from here on the homestead. We raised every bit of it, and as far as I know, none of it's had any poison put on it. So everything should be as fresh as it could be. So y'all come on with me. Let's see what this turns out like. This is something new we bought at the yard sales also. That is heavy. It is some thick aluminum, I reckon's what that is. But we're going to use some of these potatoes that we've had here in the shop. I've had them in this trailer with the fan blowing on them. They should be dried out pretty good. Now, I don't have any idea about the ingredients, the amount of ingredients that we're putting in this. This may be too many potatoes, and it may not be enough. We're just going to fill at least 2 pots up. It may fill 3 pots, I'm not sure. But when you start combining all those different ingredients, the peas will take up some room, the green beans will take up some room, the tomatoes, the potatoes. So I really don't know. This is our first time doing it on this big a scale. A tip on your potatoes: when you've got a bunch of potatoes to peel and you don't want them to turn brown on you, you can put you some lemon juice in a pan of water, and that'll help keep them from turning brown as bad. They'll still turn a little bit, but not so bad. If I was guessing, I'd probably say that's about 10-pound potatoes. Now, when I peel these potatoes, I'll put them in this. And before I put them into the soup, I'll rinse them off to try to get any of the lemon flavor off of them. My wife, she's in the house getting some breakfast ready. We're starting this pretty early today. I'm hoping to get it all done by lunchtime, and then we can start canning then. It takes a little while. We're going to cook it together for just a little while before we can it. Not long, because it's going to cook whenever you pressure can it. A lot of these potatoes has got some pretty bad places in them. A lot of those bad places are from crickets. Them crickets will get down there if a potato's not down under the soil pretty deep. Them crickets will get down there and feed on them and cause a lot of those little bad spots on a potato. But I wanted to encourage anybody that's trying to prepare and to do your own food processing. Don't let anybody tell you can't do it. I have people a lot of times tell me that I can't do it. Why you do it for? You're just wasting your time. But it's your time to waste. Don't let people discourage you. Most of the time, people that are discouraging you, telling you that why you do it, or there's no use in doing that, most of the time those people, they're not prepared for the fire to go out. So just don't let people discourage you. You'd be surprised what you can do if you try. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. There isn't anything about true homesteading that's easy. People try to romanticize it and make it look real good, but there's not a lot easy about growing your own food and producing it and putting it up. There's lots of work goes into it. But to me, the benefit of the food is worth all the work and just the peace of mind, knowing that you can do it and take care of your family if bad situations ever come. And from the looks of the country, I think either one of them that win. The country, I think, is falling apart. And I don't believe no one person's going to save it. It's going to take every one of us working together to try to pull the country back together. We've got our purple hull peas that come out of the freezer that we just froze here, 8, 12, 24. We've got green beans, and we've got some froze okra here that we froze a few weeks ago, and we got some fresh okra. Now all this is ready. I just gotta let this thaw out. We're getting ready to start our tomatoes. We'll heat them right there in that pan, and we'll cool them right here, and that'll get the hides to slip off of them pretty easy. So we're just about ready to start putting this together. As soon as we get the tomatoes cleaned up, we'll start adding it all together, and I'll show you what it's gonna look like then. This is our first time doing this big a batch. We don't really know how much it's gonna turn out. I hope it turns out a lot. We've got our tomatoes cut up now. These are our 2 pots we're working from. We got about the same amount of peas in each one. And she's gonna divide the tomatoes up into each pot. Then we've got to cut the potatoes, the green beans, the okra, and where's the corn? The corn's in the refrigerator. I gotta go get the corn. And this is our fresh sweet corn. So I think I named all those ingredients earlier. Seems like more than 5. I came up with 5 earlier. We've got tomatoes, potatoes, okra, green beans, peas. That's all. 5 ingredients. Slimy okra. I believe we're going to need a little more okra. Yeah. I'm going to go cut some more fresh okra. Our garden has just about had it. But we do still have okra. The okra loves this hot, dry weather. There's a little watermelon down in there. I don't know whether he'll ever make anything or not. But we have okra. It's nice when the grocery store's in your backyard. This is the next to the last ingredient here. We've got our potatoes cut up. We're gonna split them up in here. Where's your big spoon at? We've got one more ingredient that she uses in this. What's it called? That.
It's a secret.
Okay. Secret ingredient. I can't tell you what it is. I'm thinking these are around, what's that say? 11.5 liters. I don't know. I'll have to figure out what a liter is. That can't be in. We don't do liters here in America. It needs to be in gallons and ounces for me to tell you. That's it. Now for the secret ingredient. Now we will fill them up with water. That puts the good smell to it, that right there. Alright, so 11.5 liters equals 12 quarts. My wife showed me that on there. She said, well, it's right here, silly, in plain writing, 12 quarts. We're looking for 1-inch headspace. That's up to the bottom ring right there. It's getting real close. There we go. They look pretty good. Well, I thank you for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one.